Hey everybody, Juno 2000 here, coming at you with movie review of the 1980 film Maniac, starring Joe Spinel and Caroline Monroe. I really enjoy this film. This is a bloodfest movie to watch. Definitely a bloody film. Joe Spinell is one crazy motherfucker in this movie. And yeah, this is the 2 disc special edition remastered by Blue Underground. And they know how to remaster their motherfucking movies really good. Well done movie. Of course, there's reversible back artwork. Him in his apartment, all scaring, being broken by a nightmare that opens the movie. Because the movie's about him as his character named Frank Zito, that Joe Spinell plays, who's a serial killer that murders a lot of women in the mean streets of New York at night. Kills them, scalps them, takes their scalps, and puts them in on top of mannequins that he has at home. These bloody mannequins. And he's like fucked up in the head, so he's pretty much insane, crazy. And yeah, that happens to him. What he does, he kills a lot of women in this movie at one at a time, really gruesomely, stabbing them in the gut, slicing them, cutting their heads off, like scalping their heads off, really gruesomely. Going all old Chief Wooden hit on the women's in New York. And it's a very brutal movie. Definitely one of the most disturbing films that gives you a fearness back in the day, because a lot of crazy people did this shit, and it's disturbing as fuck. I would say this is a Valentine's Day movie, but if you guys are going out on a date, do not watch this movie on a date, because this is known to be a date killer movie where it ruins people's dates. Like, never put this one on, because it'll be a date killer movie to watch with your date. But yeah, Joe Spinell plays this crazy motherfucker named Frank Zito that kills a lot of women. He meets up with this photographer that's played by Carolyn Monroe, and they have like good chemistry where she goes and meets with him at the park, and then they have interactions, telling that, oh, she's a photographer. She photographes a lot of model women. They have a dinner because they're going on a date. He's dressing all nice with a suit, and they have like good conversations, one another, talking about their life. And of course, Frank Zito, he doesn't explain about him being a serial killer. He keeps it to himself and keeping it cool, keeping it afloat. And of course, he has that mommy issue where he has a lot, where his mom did abused him. It's more it is explained in the movie, but it's more explained in the remake, which I do enjoy the remake, but I still enjoy the original more. The original movie still kicks ass. Yeah, it's directed by William Lustig, who will go on to direct another movie called Maniac Cop trilogy. He directed Maniac Cop 1 and 2, and 3 is the one he thinks is a piece of shit. So he used the fake name, director name on that, uh, Alan Smithy. If a director does that, where they use the name Alan Smithy, it's actually a reason of them using that fake name is because they don't want to associate with the movie that they hated working on. Rick Rosendahl did that with The Birds 2. A lot of people don't realize The Birds had a sequel, The Birds 2. And Rick Rosendahl from Halloween 2 and Bad Boys, he directed that movie, and he used Alan Smithy's name. But yeah, when Lustig, he used Alan Smithy's name for Maniac Cop 3 because he hated Maniac Cop 3, and he hated working on it because there was a lot of changes to the script and all that crap. I actually like the Maniac films, even though 3 is, I would say it is a weak movie, but it is still entertaining. Much better than Scream 6. Fuck Scream 6. But Maniac, You get a lot of brutal kills. Like one lady gets her back stabbed with a knife, with a big sword knife that Joe Spinel stalks through the train station. Very scary scene. He kills one model where he ties her up and then murders her. Very disturbingly. He is a sadistic murderer, but he's not like perverting or something. Like he's not like a perverting villain where he wants to rape or anything. No, he's none of that. He's more like into like fucked up mutilation, killing. That's it. Of course, he kills Tom Savini, who's a disco dude. Well, he's before he was banging his girlfriend. Joe Smith now he's like stalking around the car, looking through the window until the girlfriend of Tom Savini like spies on him, like he's peeking into the window and it freaks her out. So they want to get out of there until the lights turn on from his car, and Frank Zito is there in front of the car, in front of the smoke fog, and you get this really creepy synthesizer music that shows his presence, and he gets up on the car, the hood of the car, and points it towards Tom Savini and blows his head off. One clean blown up shot that's really gruesome. Definitely gruesome. All like that scanner's kill. And of course he kills his Tom Savini's girlfriend after that. Definitely a really brutal scene. And it's well shot because I think they didn't have a permit for that scene to be filmed because they were filming by the Brooklyn Bridge in that area where the Brooklyn Bridge is in the background. It's a really well shot where you see the Brooklyn Bridge and the lights around it. That's really cool. Like a well shot scene. And yeah, that's a very disturbing scene in the movie. Like the movie gets a lot of disturbing scenes. Even when he kills the first prostitute in the movie, it's just really he is really deranged and insane and scary. But he doesn't do that with the character of that he would be his girlfriend Carolyn Monroe, who's the photographer. He goes out on a date with her. He wouldn't reveal to her that he's a killer until like the end when they go visit his mom's grave, and that's when he wants to kill her there. But she fights him off and gets away. I think he gets stabbed by her because he's trying to stab her, but the knife goes to him instead. He's injured, so he goes home and hallucinates all this crazy shit about all the dead victims. So the women that he killed are hallucinating on him, where they are brutally murdering him, stabbing him, cutting his head off and pulling it off, taking his guts out, like just stabbing the fuck out of him. But it turns out he's hallucinating because he took his own life and stabbed himself in the gut. It was on his head because he is really fucked up in the head. He's a crazy dude, not to mess with. And the movie's well shot in the mean streets of New York because it's released in 1980. It's a year. It's like a year after the 70s era of movies that were great and powerful. It still has that from the 1980. Maniac is such a great slasher film. Like this one and the New York Ripper are great double featured because they're both set in New York and they both have deranged serial killers. Like New York Ripper is pretty insane, but the Maniac movie is definitely really powerful and truly disturbing. More disturbing than Eden Lake, but yeah, this movie is crazy and very brutal. I know that it has all the controversy of all that bullshit that came out. Oh, it was offensive. Blah, blah, blah. No, it's a fucking movie. It's nothing to take too serious about. It may be effective at some point. It might trigger some people, but it's not too offensive. It's a movie. Come on. It's like when you watch TV shows and reality shit. It's the same. It's not. It's not gonna be real. Come on. It's fiction. It's a powerful, well done movie, and it's well done by William Lustig. And Joe Spinell now does a great performance. Rest in peace, that great actor, Joe Spinell. He was the reason that Rocky was made. So yeah, thanks to him, he made Rocky, and he was in other great movies too. Of course, they wanted to do a sequel to this movie, but that never went to a fruition and never got made. I think it got made, but nobody didn't care about it. I think my friend Sean over at Cinephile Sanity, he had a copy, but he saw the movie and it was bad. But the only footage that we would have of this is on the special features of disc 2, which is a promo reel of Maniac 2, which is Mr. Robbie Maniac 2. That's the promo reel of it, like pretty much a short video of what was going to be the second movie. But my friend Sean said it was awful when he had like a copy of it that was out of print that went were expensive money nowadays. That's I think Blue Underground or Severin had it. But this movie has a badass looking poster. Like, you gotta admit, that poster is pretty fucking badass. And this poster, it was in billboards with the controversy that happened around it. People thought this poster was offensive, so like these giant billboard posters that had all these posters of Maniac, they got painted over because they thought it was too much. It was offensive. It's a bunch of horse shit. This is a cool, effective poster. Like, come on. It's nothing disturbing about it. It's a vicious poster, but, like, come on. It's not, like, to be offensive about it. Like, people got offended with a lot of shit back in the day with this controversy. They even have controversy about Silent Night, Deadly Night, and My Bloody Valentine. And, of course, Gene Siskel was the shitty critic to pretty much shit on the movie. Because he watched 30 minutes of the motherfucking film. And he left 30 minutes out of it. Because the part that took him out of it, that he thought it was disgusting and it would never redeem after that, was the part where Tom Savini gets his head blown off. That was the part that he didn't like. And he got disgusted and just walked out from the theater. And he would go on to his Siskel and Ebert show to just does a half-ass rant where he doesn't even review the movie. He actually just reviewed, I just watched 30 minutes of it, and I just walked out on that film. And I felt like the movie was unredeemable after that. It was unredeemable after that. I didn't want to see more of it, so I walked out. And he go on to like shit on the director, like, shame on you, William Lustig. Shame on this movie for being offensive. It's hard to watch. It's offensive to women getting killed. They said the same shit with My Bloody Valentine. Like, come on, really? His rant was full of shit because he didn't even watch the fucking movie. Like, come on. Like, what a horseshit of a review. Like, he just did a half-ass rant on it. Like, he didn't even watch the damn movie. He watched half of it and just left 30 minutes into the movie when he just thought the part was disgusting where John Savini gets his head blown off. That's it. Like, what a horseshit rant that he did on. Because he didn't even watch the damn movie. And he thought the movie was unredeemable after that. Like, dude, you didn't even see the whole movie. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Unredeemable. You didn't even watch the damn movie. You walked out. You didn't even see the ending. I think he was also narrating, like, the controversy documentary that they did on it. And, of course, they did a cool thing promoting this movie where New Yorkers would see, like, a TV screen in a video store area where you see like a poster of Maniac next to it, but a little TV screen where people are seeing previews in TV spots of the movie, or even scenes that are playing from the movie, like the girl getting killed at the train station, or Tom Savini getting his head blown up, or a piece of the ending where Joe Spinell's getting stabbed at the end and hallucinating all the women that he killed are stabbing him. Like different scenes that are mixed together to just show you a special attraction of what they get to know, and pretty much guess it's a pretty good attraction to get people attention to go check out the movie. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool special attraction advertisement to show you what you need to check out in coming into the theaters is Maniac. That's a great promotion to promote Maniac in a TV screen that people see scenes of it next to a shop where they show the posters, and then yeah, that's pretty cool because you get like a billboard stand next to it. And yeah, I thought that was really cool and unique. But Gene Siskel was full of shit to rant on this movie and do a half-ass rant on it. Like the motherfucker didn't even watch the rest of the movie. He just shit on it after 30 minutes walking out. Like that was just a bunch of horse crap. But yeah, Joe Spinell's great. Caroline Munro's great. Joe Spinell was great as Frank Zito. William Lustig did a great job directing this movie, and he would go on to direct more movies. The Maniac Cop trilogy. I forgot what else movie he did, but this movie kicks ass that he made. He also had a cameo in the movie as a hotel worker that make a quick cameo in the movie, so that was cool. But yeah, you get some pretty good special features that are interview with Caroline Munro, interviews with Tom Savini and some of the composers, Jay Shadoway. And yeah, sadly, Joe Spinell sadly passed away like a couple years after this movie. His health was declining, and yeah, he passed away, which is very sad. That Joe Spinell passed away in the middle of the 80s. He also did Vigilante, which he played a scumbag lawyer, which was cool to see him in that one. And that was another movie that William Lustig directed, Vigilante, with Robert Forster and Fred Williamson. Definitely a badass revenge film. But all in all, I really enjoyed Maniac 1980. Great film to watch. Hit the like, subscribe, folks, and take care, everybody. This movie, if anybody has not seen it, definitely check out 1980's Maniac. Great film. Have a good day, everybody.